This is just a side note to put at the start of the video that you're about to watch. That this is a preview of an upcoming BritWres show that is not filmed in the normal way that these are filmed. As you can see, I'm in my home office now. The preview that I recorded was not in my home office, so I can only apologise if there are external sounds that I can't control, or if there are any audio errors that are also out of my control. It is what it is, I'm afraid. However, please enjoy it, and without further ado, roll the video. Right, this is take one.
Take one.
Of however many takes it gets out, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how long we can record for either. Probably about 20 minutes, 10 minutes, 15.
Do you think?
Probably. My dad's phone's about 15 minutes that he could film, and he's got something like this, so.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's new to me.
We could just cut after each match and just edit it in.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Hello and welcome back to the HCW show.
HCW show.
Hello and welcome back to the HCW show YouTube channel. I am DpuizY, and this is a different kind of BritWres preview. As you'll notice, I'm not in the home office as I normally am. I am actually at a member of the DKW team at their house.
Yeah.
So, you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, well, my name's Mitch. I have refereed on about 4 DKW shows. I'm going to be refereeing on the show coming up in Bromley on Friday the 28th at St Andrew's Hall. And yeah, I had to get that in straight away. Otherwise, they'd be
get
that in straight away.
Get that in before I could. Like, just sort of like where is the venue and like
yeah, just because it was on my mind. I literally just had it on my phone a second ago. So
yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But no, as I said, this is a BritWres preview, so this is sort of a comeback because there hasn't been a preview on the channel for a good number of months. Namely just due because there wasn't enough time and there wasn't enough room in my schedule to do these sort of things. However, with me going regularly to DKW shows now, it makes more sense that I can sort of cover this more in depth from a before the show aspect rather than just a review.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's been about just about a year since we met. Actually, we met at Night of Wrestling 3.
Night of Wrestling 3. It's basically full circle.
Yeah, pretty much.
But with that in mind, any comments before we get started?
I say it's great to be on the show. I'm glad. I guess we've been pretty good friends now for the year.
I'd say so. Yeah. And of course, thank you for coming on and for agreeing to come on. And I know we're in a bit of rigmarole trying to arrange this, but
yeah. Oh, I will say one thing before, just in case anyone like comments like, "Oh, I might know what's going on." I have no idea. I know some of the people that are on the show, but that's just all the ones that have been announced. I don't know anything else after that. I've not read the plans yet. So
what do you mean plans?
Well, it's wrestling.
Wrestling's not real. What?
No. I mean, I have no idea. I have no idea what's going on. These are just my thoughts. I'm a completely unbiased referee.
Of course.
Definitely.
Who's just a hired freelancer sort of.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm a podcaster who has no affiliation whatsoever with DKW, so I will have no idea other than just what I think might happen.
Yeah, this is just for a bit of fun. We just wanted to try it out before the show. Yeah,
literally. It's just something that came to mind. I was like, I wanted to do previews for a little bit for the DKW, and I just couldn't find a time to actually do one because, as we know, the last few shows last year were
a week after.
It was like 4 shows in like 2 weeks or whatever it was. Yeah. It was like there's no time to do any previews for these. Like, but yeah, before we get started, should we do a little quick rundown of what happened last year?
The last year.
Yeah. This is the entirety of 2023. 24.
All ready for this?
So last show was Space Jam,
yes.
I believe, at Space Theatre in East London.
Big up London.
Yep. And that was main evented, I know, by Founder Jackson versus Jaden in a loser leaves a brand kind of match.
Yeah, loser leaves a brand, no DQ, unsanctioned.
Yeah.
That sort of deal. Yeah.
It was a crazy match. I'm pretty sure there was like Lego.
There was Lego bricks. There was
thumbtacks.
There was chairs used. There was, I believe, a kendo stick at one point as well.
Yeah, probably. I know we have a kendo stick, so I'm assuming it was used.
You hope so, won't you? But as we probably knew, well, I mean, you won't know because the review hasn't come out for that. They are being worked on, I promise. I'm behind by like a half a year, whatever it is, but
yeah,
they are coming. So anyone who's saying like, "Oh, where are the reviews for last year's shows?" Like, they're coming.
Yeah.
But of course, Founder Jackson won.
Yep.
That match against Jaden. So Jaden is officially gone from the roster.
He's out of there now,
which is a shame.
It's a shame. I like Jaden.
Same.
I think he's a very good wrestler. But
yeah. On to greener pastures.
Yeah. Oh, wait, no, he's a villain. I hate that man.
I mean, yes.
Yes.
I do not like it. But no, outside of that match, obviously, we also had the other main talking point of the show.
Yep.
We had the DKW British title match between Champagne Charlie, champion, and Ricardo Borg, which I think, including myself included, everyone was caught off guard.
I was definitely caught off guard by this.
Ricardo Borg winning and becoming the new DKW British champion going into the new year.
Yeah, I mean, as you've seen on the show before, Ricardo Borg he's a very. I have no idea how to explain him.
Yeah,
I know it's so difficult.
I think I said the exact words before mentioning Ricardo Borg. Is like, I have no idea how to describe this man. Is he a man even? Like,
he's the anti-human.
Exactly. So is that human?
Yeah.
But yeah, he's the champion. What were your thoughts, other than obviously the being caught off guard side of it? But like, what are your thoughts as him being the champion going forward for the brand?
Honestly, I like myself. I love it. I feel like Ricardo Borg is going to be a good champion. He's on all the posters now. He's very recognizable as well, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
But if you saw him on a show and then you saw him on a poster, you'd be like, Ricardo Borg. Right?
Yeah.
You know.
Or even if you did, you'd be like, who the hell is that?
Yeah, you'd look at it and be like, what?
Exactly. Yeah.
I know. Even though like he did cheat to beat Champagne Charlie in the match.
Is it cheating? Or was it...
Well, I mean, the ref didn't see it, so it's not really. Is it cheating? I guess
it's not cheating. The ref don't see it.
Yeah, I suppose
that's the old wrestling adage, you know.
But yeah, the match basically ended with he got tied up in a rope. Champagne Charlie did and passed out, I believe.
Yeah.
Before. Yeah.
And I'm just there like I'm gobsmacked because I'm literally in the venue as it's happening, and it's
I haven't been able to go to any of the Kent or the London shows, so
yeah. I mean I'm at like every DKW show, but the main ones anyway. Like I can't get to the ones like
you can't get to the charity shows or training shows.
Yeah, because I hate to know how to. No, I ain't got time on my schedule to do that. And also I find out about them way too late to get any approved leave for them. So it's like I just can't. And I mean, I appreciate they're free. So go check them out if you're in the area. They're free shows.
Yeah, they're usually in Westcliff in Southend. So it's the Park Tavern. We do charity shows. So
there you go. If you're in the area or know of the area at least, then you get enough advance time and notice. By all means, it's a free show. You've got time. Go check them out. It's like you won't regret the experience.
Yeah. I guess also another thing that's happened, not at Space Jam, but the show before, November Pain, we had new tag team champions of the Dapper Chappies of Ashley and Peter Miller defeated the My Trash Boys in a 2 out of 3 falls. Was it 2 out of 3 falls?
2 out of 3 falls?
I think it was.
I don't think it was.
Maybe not. I'm thinking ahead to this show.
There was 2 out of 3 falls. That
was in Leon C.
Big Steppers was 2 out of 3 falls.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
But sorry. Sorry about that. But they won the championship from the Emo Trash Boys.
Yes.
And I think this is their first defense of the titles on this show.
I believe so. Yeah, because at Space Jam it was Ashley and Bo Bells.
Yeah, Bo Bells and Ash versus The Change.
Mm-hmm.
Have a rematch.
Yeah, and of course we'll get into it, but
yeah,
they're also going to be involved here in the 2 out of 3 falls, as you said.
Yeah, I might have got a bit ahead of myself.
No, that's all right. No apologize for that. But other than that, obviously we also had it would lead into Space Jam, but we had Survival as well, which was in Woodford, where we saw the Fatal 4-Way match to determine the contender to fight Champagne Charlie at Space Jam.
Yeah, that was. I think Big O was in the match.
He was, yeah.
Ricardo Borg obviously won it.
Mm-hmm. Dan Chapman.
And who was the other one? Axel Woods?
Was it Axel Woods?
Was it Axel Woods?
I don't remember.
That's going to annoy me now. I can't remember who the fourth one is. I might have to Google it quick.
I want to say Peter Miller.
I don't think it was Peter. I'll find it on here.
Technical difficulties, everyone.
Hang on. I didn't think we were going that far back. I didn't have that written down.
It was like the second to last show.
Where was it? Oh, that's a lot of photos there. Just never mind. Sorry.
Personal photos.
I'll check Instagram.
That makes sense. I assumed you were checking Instagram.
I was on Facebook for some reason. Instagram is
that would
definitely
be
better.
That would be an issue, yeah.
DKW. This is going to annoy me now.
This is going to be cut out properly.
This will be cut out, yeah. DKW, the shows are on here, so it would be Survival, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So it was Andre Williams. Of course it was.
I hate that.
You always forget Andre Williams. This has to all be kept in now, don't it? Just because of that. Oh, no. I feel bad now.
Andre, if you watch this, I'm so sorry.
Why do we always forget?
It's not you, it's me. It was you this one time. It's me, like, for the whole year.
Yeah, God damn it. Sorry, Andre.
We even spoke, like, at a post-show meet and greet. We sort of just, like, connected over that as well. And it's just like, yeah, I forgot you again, mate. Like,
yeah. God damn it. Anyway,
yes. Important to note, Ricardo won.
Ricardo won, and he won the title as well. After.
The main thing as well, Big O got such a loud reception.
Yeah.
Like, he was the guy everyone wanted to win that match. To go on to fight Champagne Charlie. Ultimately, he didn't, obviously, as we know. But when the final two was Big O and Ricardo.
Yeah, it was elimination, wasn't it? I forgot about that, yeah.
Like, the crowd went crazy because they wanted Big O so badly to win that match.
Yeah, we'll talk more about Big O on later on.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But yeah, with that in mind, I think we've covered
pretty much everything that's happened.
Like, the main talking points anyway. Like, there's been no matches and stuff, but not as pivotal.
Yeah, to the main, like, stories.
Yeah, exactly.
At the moment.
So with that in mind, let's go forward now to this coming Friday 28th of February. St Andrews Hall, as you said, in Bromley. Night of the Wrestling 4.
Yep.
Which for me is going to be not only first time meeting you the last time, but also for me my not 1 year, but like it's 11 months of me attending DKW shows. But my first show was Night of the Wrestling 3.
Yeah.
At Leon C. Just by chance. I was like, I think my dad had seen the poster or something, like, on his work travels.
Oh yeah.
And he was like, "Have you seen this company?" I was like, "No, I've seen them before because I saw a Space Invaders poster like I think a couple of years ago." I was like, I didn't have the interest back then to do it because I was so busy with like the mainstream of British wrestling,
like the big ones, like the
Progress, the Rev Pro, exactly.
I get it.
Yeah. So that's the first I was in the mindset I'm in now of like wanting to cover the local guys and the smaller guys.
Yeah, that's what we're doing today. Anyway, we're going to watch Catch later.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, but this is not their preview.
Yeah, this is not their preview. Yeah. I don't know why I said that.
Of course, this is for Night of the Wrestling 4. This is the preview for Night of the Wrestling 4. So without any further ado, we should probably go ahead with Night of the Wrestling 4.
Yeah.
So the first match I want to talk about is one we've already alluded to. The 2 out of 3 falls match for the DKW Tag Team titles.
A few notes.
The Dapper Chappies, of course, if you know, Ashley and Peter Miller, against, of course, Life Changers Incorporated. And
I think they're the change now. It's not even Life Changers.
I think the poster says Life Changers.
Oh.
So I think they rebranded because Jaden was the one who wanted to do the change. So because he's gone now, they wanted to bring it back to Life Changers again.
Okay.
So, as you know, Protege
Vicky.
Is it Vicky or just the Protege?
I think it's Protege Vicky and Dan Chapman.
Yes, Dan Chapman.
Yeah.
This is going to be one hell of a tag match.
I think this would be a great match.
Mm-hmm. Like, I think everyone was caught off guard by Ashley and Peter Miller actually winning the tag belts from the Emo Trash Boys.
I was definitely caught off guard about that. I'm glad they have won it because it's great having more of the DKW Academy people that I guess we train there now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's good like the DKW, I guess, graduates
Yeah.
are getting championship opportunities and holding championships. That's always great.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm happy. I'm happy they won it. I was a bit surprised. I'll be honest.
That's fair. But the question now is, was that a fluke? Because they've not teamed since.
No, they haven't.
Because as we said already, Ashley was with Bo Bells and Space Jam.
Survival, it was 2 singles matches.
Yeah.
I think Jordan Saeed went up against Ash.
That's right.
And I can't remember the other one.
Neither can I. But I was
watching it earlier today, and then I had to come and get it down. That's why I can't remember the other match.
That's right, because I'm a lost cause when it comes to being in different places I've never been to before.
Yeah, so I watched that and I was like, oh god, I got to go. So I didn't get through it.
But yeah, so they've not teamed until now. So the question is, can they maintain their tag team cohesiveness? Not saying they're at odds or anything like that.
Definitely not.
But it's just a case of we've not seen them besides the one occasion, or when they were part of that 6-man tag as well. Like,
they were part of the 6-man.
But other than that, there's not been like a tag team unit apart from the match when they won the titles.
Yeah,
and the match now when they defend the titles against Vicky and Dan. So, with that in mind, like, what are your thoughts in regards to what threat do Life Changes Incorporated pose? Considering that they've lost Jaden.
Yep, they've lost Lucas.
They've lost Founder.
Founder Jackson. Sorry,
they've lost. Well, they've not lost Founder, but Founder.
They turned on him at November Pain. I think. Yeah, with
it was Jaden mainly though.
It was mainly Jaden.
The others were sort of watched on. They didn't really participate in it.
Yeah, but they didn't help either.
No.
So,
but maybe it's just out of fear because of Jaden.
Maybe, yeah.
But anyway, back to the actual preview at hand. What threat do Dan and Vicky pose, do you feel, to the current tag champions?
So, I know Dan is a former British. He is a former tag team champion with Founder Jackson, and I think they'd be a pretty good team. How I would say though, I don't know how ring rusty Dan Chapman will be because he's only really done 2 matches. Like he didn't do a whole lot of matches last year. He did, I guess 2 or 3 tag matches maybe, and that was about it.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
Whereas Ash and Peter were wrestling pretty much every show all year. So even Vicky wasn't really around as much last year. So
it's like Vicky's also not wrestled that much in the ring, like in DKW anyway.
Yeah,
like there's obviously she had the tag match, the mixed tag with Dan Chapman.
Definitely more of a what's the word?
It's not a makeshift team.
It's not a makeshift team, but it's not the usual team of the Life Changes.
Like they've not had the in-ring experience that you would think a tag team needs to have. But with that in mind, Dan Chapman is an absolute unit.
Yeah.
And Vicky as well, her prowess and her ability to maintain a match and control a match will be threatening to people like Ashley and Peter Miller, who, as far as I know, are still relatively new to the wrestling scene.
They're a lot more experienced. The Life Changes are over Peter Miller and Ashley.
Yes.
So they've definitely got the experience on their side. And obviously, Dan was a former champ. He knows how to win the tag championships.
Yeah, and also we've been in a 2 out of 3 falls match.
Yeah, it's 2 out of 3 falls.
Obviously, they're all standard rules.
Yeah,
falls. But that as well is like all about the endurance and the stamina to maintain that for potentially 3 falls.
And also, because of the Rumble at the end of the show, which we'll get into, maybe they're going to be saving themselves a little bit for the Rumble as well, because it's for the title, British title, so they might be saving themselves, maybe not go as hard for the British titles, the tag titles.
Yeah.
So
yeah, absolutely.
That's the thing we have to think about for the whole show. Are the people going to go all out in their singles matches, or are they going to save it for the Rumble and try and win the main belt?
Absolutely, yeah. So with that in mind, are we doing predictions?
Can do.
Because I can do predictions, but
yeah, I had the Dapper Chappies for this one.
Okay, fine. I'll do it. Okay.
Yeah.
And I am the same. I even though I've talked about Dan Chapman and Vicky being dangerous, I think Ash and Peter will focus more on retaining their titles.
Yeah.
Rather than going for the big title. Whereas I think Dan and Vicky will have bigger aspirations
as well. Yeah.
They'll think more about, I want the world title. Not.
Also, I feel like Peter and Ash only just winning it on their first defense. They don't want to be the team that win it and then lose it straight away.
Exactly. Yeah.
So they're.
I think that mindset's more on keeping the tag belts rather than going for the big belt. Like, they might be in the Rumble later on, but they're not going to be like, hey, if I win it, I win it. Cool. If I lose, it's whatever.
Yeah.
As long as I'm still tag champion.
Yeah. If they can keep one of the belts.
Yeah, absolutely. So, with that in mind, our predictions are in for the Dapper Chappies to retain the tag titles, and we go on now to the next match on the announced card, which not necessarily in the order they're going to run, by the way. It's just the matches that we sort of just seen on social media as they were announced. We have a singles match between Tom Edwards and Prince Dean. Tom Edwards being accompanied by Luca Valentino.
Yeah.
Because I've heard it's Luca Valentino Appreciation Day.
Apparently. I guess it's every day. Every day is Luca Valentino Appreciation Day.
Yeah, like Monday is Luca Valentino Appreciation Day, Tuesday, Luca Valentino Appreciation Day, etc., etc. But what do we think here? Tom Edwards and Prince Dean with two very different personalities.
Definitely.
In-ring styles.
I feel like Tom Edwards is no nonsense, and Prince Dean is
all
complete nonsense. Yeah. So this could be fun, just watching them two play off each other.
The nonsensory of it all. Like, nonsense here, nonsense there, no nonsense, no nonsense. Like, it's going to be very... Tom's going to try and put on a good match, put on a normal, like, technical match, and then Prince Dean's going to come out with just, like, the flips and, like, the... Just
weird
the
stuff.
Kookiness. Like,
he's going to come out with a bubble machine on his back again, probably like he did in Woodford.
Or redo his entrance again like he did. You know? Like, I didn't do it right the first time, let me do it again. Like,
yeah.
So, with that in mind, though, who do you have winning?
I have Tom for this one.
I also do. I think we have some Luca Valentino appreciation.
I feel like I wrote down some things here. For DKW, at least, in Bromley, they're both undefeated in Bromley. Apparently it was on the poster as well. But so last time, Tom beat Andre in Bromley, and Prince Dean was with PK, and he defeated Jaden and Lucas, I think.
Okay.
So that was the last time. So they're both undefeated.
Fair enough.
But also, you've got Luca, who might... I'll be keeping my eye on Luca for this match, make sure that there's no shenanigans, but I think Luca, he always finds a way.
For someone who's no nonsense, why would you bring in someone like Luca Valentino who is, by all definitions of the word, nonsense?
I wouldn't say that to Tom in person. I don't think he'd appreciate you talking badly about his manager like that.
I mean, that's fair. Me and him got an understanding,
Yeah.
I got a handshake with Tom Edwards, during his entrance one time. So it was like, he really gives us out. It's like, we're cool,
Yeah.
But, so we both have Tom Edwards for this. We go on then to the next match that's announced on the card. We have another singles match. We have Denzel Mack taking on Big O. And don't call him Victor Lee.
Definitely not, no.
He really did not like that.
I definitely didn't do that on a YouTube video.
This is not a different styles match. These two are very high intensity,
very intense.
Yeah, balls to the wall sort of, like, very different, like, personalities.
Very athletic as well.
Yeah, like Denzel was very self confident. You could say he's full of himself. He's
maybe a little.
Like, he will pose for pictures because he knows how good he looks.
Yeah, definitely.
Whereas Big O is more, the crowd appeaser. Like, the crowd likes him. He likes the crowd. Very much I think as well that could be a negative.
Yeah, but
being too reliant on the crowd.
Too much on the crowd.
Yeah, whereas Big O, I think, is very much more like a crowd pleaser. He's like, F1, whatever. Like, whereas Denzel doesn't care about that. He'll shut up.
Yeah,
he'll
interact with the crowd, but it won't be positive.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I've not shied away from this at all. Denzel Mack is one of my absolute favourites.
Oh,
on the roster, like, not from a character perspective, but like from an in-ring perspective, Denzel Mack is one of the absolute best going right now on the BritWres scene. Who is one of those undiscovered sort of gems.
I think he's only been wrestling on shows for that year or two.
That's insane.
Maybe not even 2 years, but
that's insane. If that's true, because he is such a natural in the ring.
I know he trains in a lot of places as well, so he's getting loads of experience out there. But yeah, Denzel, I think Denzel is probably someone to definitely keep your eyes on over the next few years, especially in the British scene. And I'd say Big O as well. I think Big O's both of these people I think are the future of. Are in like the future of British wrestling, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely, and I didn't mean to disregard Big O at all. That I was just on my Denzel Mac hype train.
We're seeing him today, so yeah,
yeah,
he was on the mind.
But, he's always on the mind.
Oh yeah,
but yeah. So Big O and Denzel Mac both have got points to prove.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Big O's a former British champion,
exactly. And Denzel's a future British champion, I'm
definitely.
sure.
I mean, he came close against Champagne Charlie to win the title. So
yeah, absolutely. But the main one I think I have here is Big O came so close to being number one contender.
Yeah,
for the world title, for the British title. Does that play into his mindset going into this match? Like every match you do is like a step on the ladder. Like every match, like one win is up the rung. You know, to get to that title shot again.
I feel like based on that, Big O's probably got more to prove on this match, which might be his downfall potentially.
Yeah, that's fair. Also,
that might have ruined who my prediction is.
And there's also the Rumble.
Yeah, there's the Rumble as well.
I'm assuming they're both going to be in.
I'm assuming.
Like, so it's really a case of who come out on top of this and who will have less sort of on their mind playing into it. Like, rather than just win, like they've got something else in their mind. Like, I want to be the world champion. I want to injure this man. Like, I want to hurt someone. And I want to be world champion. And I think that's Big O's mentality.
Definitely,
he wants to be world champion. So surely his mind is more on the Rumble to win the world title rather than this match. That's big in its own right.
Yeah, it's big. It is definitely a big match.
Exactly.
So,
but is it as big as a world title Rumble? It's
difficult to say.
But with that in mind, I do have Big O winning.
This is where we're a bit different. I've got Denzel for this one.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think. My thinking is O might try too much to beat Denzel, and Denzel might just not sneak a win, but like maybe just quickly get a win and get out of there.
You win Denzel sneaky.
No, I'm thinking more like
him underhanded.
Potentially in this match, because we've seen a lot of Denzel, and this is a big challenge for both of them. So
that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah, my thinking's Denzel for this one.
Absolutely. And I Big O. I just think there's a lot of heart there, a lot of tenacity. Yeah. I think the good guy will come out on top. I think justice prevails overall.
Yeah.
And with that in mind, I believe that puts us on to the penultimate
segment. Segment.
So I haven't really known it off the top of my head, but it's a talk show. It is Fallon Jackson's talk show, and his special guest is Luca Valentino.
Yeah.
Now this is out of nowhere for me because I've never seen this talk show. Apparently it's a staple, but I've never seen it.
It hasn't been done for a year because I feel like he's been wrestling more than he's been talk showing. So
that's fair. But having Luca on there, like, what is the idea behind that? Did Luca request it, or did Founder request it to have Luca on? Does Luca have something he wants to announce to the world? Has he got a new client, perhaps?
Maybe.
Is Founder a new client of the Luca Valentino brand?
Potentially, who knows?
Like, it literally could be anything. Yeah,
it could be maybe a show about just Lucas announcing his return, because he said he was taking a break after the last show, which is probably a well-deserved break. He's been doing it for like 20 years. He deserves the break. But maybe he just decided he's going to come back for the Rumble. Maybe he's going to come straight back to try and win the title again.
Yeah, absolutely, it could be anything.
Who knows?
Like, as well, like, it could be a new client.
Maybe
that Lucas got brought onto the brand. It could be literally anyone on the roster who's not already signed to him. And we know he showed interest before in Ricardo Borg, Luca Valentino. So, and I mean, why wouldn't you want Ricardo Borg on your on your brand, on your selection of your team.
Could be anyone. I mean, there's the new tag team. Maybe
Yeah.
something to do with that.
Yeah.
We're seeing a lot of advertisements for Regan and Matt.
Yeah, we've also seen.
Blade and Craven. I said their first name, not their last name.
We've also seen the teaser return segment for someone else.
Yeah, maybe.
So it could be
that
them.
was Andy Lyons on Instagram. He said that he's coming to Rumble. Maybe something to do with him.
Essentially, who knows?
Who knows?
But not much else we can talk about that because it's a talk show.
I've got no idea.
Like, I think Founder will win a talk show.
I think Founder will talk.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen.
As he always does. With that in mind, we do move on to what I'm going to assume is the main event of the show.
Yeah, it has to be, surely.
Let's just start the show off. And it's just
yeah.
It is, of course, the DKW Rumble, but it's not a Royal Rumble, but a Rumble.
Yeah, it is. It's the Oscars Rumble, I think.
That's it. Thank you for what it's called. The DKW Oscars Rumble for the DKW British Championship. So it's for the title, whereas before it used to be for the contendership to the title. Whereas this is just plain for the title, which is something I didn't realise until about a few days ago.
Yeah, I think you messaged me and was like, "It was for the title, isn't it?" I was like,
"Yeah." I was like, I had no idea. I assumed it was contendership. So this completely changed the concept for me. Rumble, as we all know, I'm assuming it's the same rules as what we all know from mainstream.
Yeah.
Top rope, both people hit the floor.
It's only a 20-man Rumble. It's not a 31 like the last DKW one. And, I think the last Rumble that DKW did was about 7 years ago.
Okay. So they're the Oscars Battle Royal.
5 to 7 years.
At the last year's Night of the West, that was the Battle Royal where everyone was already in the ring.
Yeah.
Whereas I think this is going to be timed entrance.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's going to be I guess just like a normal Royal Rumble.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, there's so many different people that have been announced. I believe you've got the list.
I've got a list of everyone that's announced and everyone that's on the show already that will probably appear. So obviously, Ricardo Borg is the current champion.
Yep.
Champagne Charlie, the former champion.
Yep.
I wrote Big O. He did an announcement. I think that he was in the Rumble. Okay. I'm pretty sure. Obviously, we've got Peter Miller and Ashley. They did an announcement.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Matt Craven and Regan Blade both announced they were going to be in the Rumble. It's their first DKW appearance. Cool. So who knows? That could be I expect a good showing from them.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, we've got Andy Lyons.
Potentially.
He said the Rumble. He said he's doing the Rumble on Instagram.
Okay, but
part of the promo.
He might be just appearing at the Rumble.
He might be appearing there. I don't know, but he said he's going to be at the show.
Cool. Yeah.
So I'm assuming. And obviously, people that are on the card but not announced is like Tom Edwards, Prince Dean, Dan Chapman, Protege Vicky. I accidentally wrote other name on there, and Denzel Mack.
Okay. Yeah.
So I think that's 13 people have been announced.
So that leaves 7 spots.
7 spots for anyone.
For anyone who's anyone to come in. Like this, they've been around since 1998, this company.
Yeah, there's enough.
There's so many people who come through the doors of DKW who could make a one-off appearance here. Like, we're talking Pretty Deadly's Kit Wilson.
Yep.
Potentially he could come down for one appearance, the Rumble always promotes.
Jordan Saeed was on the last show. Maybe someone like Jordan Saeed might make an appearance.
RJ Singh, his tag partner, in Is He Sovereigns.
Someone like Andre Williams. Who's not announced to be on the
we
show.
forgot about him again.
Yeah.
On brand.
Andre. But someone like Andre Williams could do pretty well. He's got the title match on the next show against Benny Nitro, so
he could go into that as world champion.
That would be a cool match.
British champion, and then walks out and beats Benny Nitro, and then boom, double champion,
double champ, maybe.
Yeah.
Who else could potentially be there? I'm trying to think of people that have been on DK shows more recently as well.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, Founder Jackson might come back.
Yeah. I mean, like Tony Kemp.
Tony Kemp, maybe, yeah.
Yeah. But before we go further into that, I wanted to also quickly look at Champagne Charlie real quick.
Yes.
Of course, the former British champion, he put a promo out on social media where he seemed a bit more cutthroat, more serious. He's not as happy-go-lucky, Champers. It's more, I want to get my title back. It's my title.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he waited 7 years for the title.
Just to lose it in
and then he lost it
whatever.
in alleged cheating.
Is it cheating who catch the briefcase? Like he cashed it in. That's legal.
No, that was he lost it to Lucas originally, and then
so you mean
and then he won it back, and then lost it to
so he won it back in May, the title, to then lose it in a minute or two to Founder Jackson, and then he won it back from Founder at the anniversary show in the I Quit match. Which Founder didn't actually leave DKW. He said I quit.
I think it was just an I quit, end the match, I quit.
But as you alluded to, he's no longer champion. Is that a driving factor for him to want to win the Rumble, or is he more just focusing on doing something to Ricardo?
I'm kind of worried. I don't like this side of Charlie. I'll be honest. It's definitely
darker.
It's a side of Champagne Charlie we haven't seen before, and who knows what could happen. I have no idea, to be honest.
Yeah,
I mean, will he take this new attitude to win the title back? Potentially. I'd say hopefully he at least puts in a really good showing in this match. I hope at least. I'm sure he'll have a great showing. I'm sure he'll have a great showing.
I'm just wondering, is his focus more on Ricardo or on winning the whole title? Because he seems to have some sort of grudge against Ricardo now, it makes sense because of the way he lost the title. But does that play a distraction in Charlie's mind? So, just in case there's a slight cut, I might have to edit something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Champagne Charlie.
Yes.
We're talking about his darker side, have this more a vengeful side of him now that we've seen. Is that an effect going forward into the Rumble match itself? Because Charlie's not any matches booked, pardon me, except for this Rumble.
Yeah, I don't even know if he's in the race for the case if he doesn't win this.
I think he is. You're right. Sorry,
he is. Sorry, yeah,
he is. Yeah. So there was a race for the case, but this is a chance to win a title. Just full stop.
Who needs the case if you win the Rumble?
You win both, right?
Well, he's not.
If you win the title and then win the case, you control your own destiny.
That would be funny. Cash in on the tag titles and just get both of them.
Just by yourself.
Nah.
With this darker side, I'm not worried because I feel pretty cool, but
I'm kind of curious.
Yeah, I'm more thinking like, is he gonna not be a danger, but be a threat, like going for a more cutthroat, sort of a person. Like, is he gonna ditch the champagne part of his name, sort of thing? Like, he's now like serious Charlie, or like,
yeah.
But there's something like that, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. The Rumble itself, for me, is very hard to predict.
It's always hard to predict a Rumble, ain't it?
I mean,
I predicted Sami Zayn to win the Royal Rumble, and he wasn't even in it. for like, nah.
No, I think I've gotten it right the last couple of years. The men's ones.
Yeah, but it's hard to predict a Rumble.
The women's ones always throw me off.
Yeah.
The men's ones I've called for the last few years. Last time I got it wrong was Shinsuke in 2018.
God, that's a long time ago.
Like 2019 onwards, I got it right.
Yeah, it's really hard to predict a Rumble. Who's going to do well?
So, obvious thought would be Ricardo Borg. He's champion. There's a reason he is champion. And all you got to do is just throw to win this one. There's no need to cheat, per se.
Yeah.
Or use weapons or whatever. But
I mean, weapons are allowed. Maybe there's weapons in this match. Who knows?
But like Ricardo for me is the obvious choice. And Ricardo is like my first prediction going just like blindly into it rather than like delving into it. But if you delve into it, there's other people. There's Charlie, as you've already said. There's Big O.
You don't even know about the 7 unannounced people that might.
Yeah. Whereas you do.
No, I haven't read yet. I haven't read yet. I've got no idea.
But yeah, it could legitimately be anyone. Like we could walk out and Piamena be the world champion. I mean, my worst nightmare. But anyone can win a Rumble because it's not required to pin someone or submit someone to win.
Yeah, you can get lucky and duck and someone jumps over you or something.
Precisely. Yeah, literally anything. So
I will say I'm I'm predicting a good showing from like Craven and Blade.
Yeah,
because they're making their debut. So I hope they do well.
yeah.
I think Charlie will be there or thereabouts as well. Maybe Ricardo.
Yeah. So if you had to like pinpoint it to one person, who is your prediction to win the DKW Oscars Rumble? To become still or new British champion?
This is really tough. I'm thinking.
I will say at the full time, I am selecting Ricardo Borg. That's my prediction.
That's your prediction.
Yeah.
I think someone like Big O.
Okay.
I think it's maybe a bit of an outsider because he hasn't really had many major stories going into this match apart from the elimination, like the Fate 4-Way.
I think Big O's a weird case. It's like he's always on a streak of some kind.
Yeah.
And then he'll lose someone, and then he'll lose one match, and then it's like, well, I'll back to square one again. And it's just an ongoing thing since he lost the British title the first time.
Yeah,
it's been that sort of road for him. It's like he can never seem to get enough steam going to actually come back to where he once was.
Yeah,
and I think that can be an element as well for Big O's mindset going forward. Like in this kind, all you got to do is win a Rumble.
Yeah, all you got to do, draw number 20.
Yeah,
throw one person out.
Yeah, naturally.
Potentially.
Yeah,
but yeah. I guess other thoughts, I would say maybe Tom Edwards.
Point to prove.
Yeah,
former British champion. Like long reigning British champion.
2-time British champion.
Yeah. Like he had the longest reign, like to my knowledge.
For a while, yeah.
So there's a reason why he held the title for so long.
Also, potential we might have potentially we could have like a woman British champion. That would be interesting.
That would absolutely be interesting.
Protege Vicky could be in the match. She's she's on the show.
Yeah, absolutely. Not to mention a number of women that potentially could come in.
Yeah,
like through the unannounced people. Like, because right now Vicky would be the only announced woman per se.
Yeah. Well, announced on the show.
Yeah. But there's 7 unannounced.
It would be cool to see
7 unannounced. DKW does do mixed gender stuff.
Yeah.
So absolutely, you could have a female British champion. Probably the first one, right?
I think so. I'm not 100% sure.
Fair enough. Someone can let us know.
I'm sure if there's any DKW historians or if Lucas is watching.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure he will.
I'm sure he will.
Yeah. But no. So who's your one person that you're picking for this?
My one person, I'm picking Big O.
Big O. Okay. So Big O, Ricardo Borg. It's rivals, just literally there. Like. But yeah, with that in mind, that does bring an end to this preview. Any final closing remarks?
I would say I feel like this could be a really good show. Everyone should get tickets. I think they're still available.
They are still available.
I think VIPs might be sold out.
VIP is sold out. Yeah.
VIP is sold out. There are still tickets available. There might be some available on the door as well. Also, I'm pretty sure they got a noise complaint last time. So if we could be louder as well, it'd be really.
Get them kicked out the venue. Yeah.
I'm joking, but they definitely got noise complaints from the neighbours last time.
Oh really?
Yeah, I think it was Bromley that someone complained.
Because if it's the venue I'm thinking of, it is like right next door to some houses.
Yeah, I think it's a church hall.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But,
so maybe don't be that loud next time. But
no, you be as loud as you want.
Of course,
it's a wrestling show.
If you're in the area or happen to know of the area or know the venue or know the company or whatever, make sure you get down to this. It's meant to be a fun show. Rumbles always tend to be
Rumbles are always fun.
Yeah.
They're annoying to put together.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But watching them and being a part of them is really fun.
Yeah. Absolutely. But yeah, with that in mind, get a ticket. I have been Dan, DpuizY. I've been joined by the wonderful Mitch from the DKW Refereeing team.
Yep, thank you. Thanks for having me.
No worries. Thank you for coming on and really being part of this. And yeah, I'll see you in the review, whenever that comes out, probably next year.
Yeah, I probably won't be on that because I refed on the show. I don't want to talk about.
That's fair. With that in mind, that has been us.
Yeah.
Thank you for tuning in. And we'll see you in the next one. Peace.